A question I get asked all the time is, Justin, where should my arms be in my backswing? And it's a really good question, but the answer, unfortunately, is that it depends, right? So let's just assume for a minute that we're a golfer who doesn't want to swing on an extreme path, like say 10 degrees from the inside and hit massive hooks, or doesn't want to swing 10 degrees over the top and hit massive slices, right? Let's just assume we're a golfer that wants to swing relatively straight into the ball and hit shots on line that don't curve a lot. Whether you prefer a zero path or not, irrelevant. Okay. Well, what we have to recognize is that the golf swing is really just a system of balancing things that steepen the swing and things that shallow the swing. Well, I think we could all probably agree that an arm swing that is very flat and around us, that is a shallowing move. That helps us swing more from the inside. A golf club or a hand path that works very vertically and is very upright and steep, well, that's obviously a steepening move and would help a golfer swing outside in. But again, it's not the isolation of these variables, it's how they work together, right? What's more important than where your arms are in space is how the club head is moving in space, or more specifically, the location of the club head kind of in the downswing, okay? So I'm gonna give you a very simple example here. Let's go ahead and pretend I'm a player who has a very, very flat arm swing, okay? So let's say neutral would be kind of having my lead arm on my shoulder plane. Let's say I'm either there or slightly below that. Well, my swing right now is programmed to be very, very flat and very inside. So what I need to do, if that's me, is I need to find elements that steepen the swing. Well, if you watch a lot of players that are high-level players with a flat arm swing, what you'll notice is in the downswing, they are very rotary, meaning they rotate very well without much slide. What does that do? Well, if I was just to take my arms from right here and only rotate my body, you can see how outward that pitches the golf club. That rotation is a steepening move. So you balance the flat arm swing and the rotational aspect of the swing without a lot of lateral movement, and what you end up with is a very neutral swing direction. So players that have a very flat arm swing, my recommendation to you is let's really work on rotating really well without much pelvic slide or slide with the lower body. A really good drill, if that's you, if you have a flat arm swing and you're struggling with pushes and blocks and you know you need more rotation, is to take a cup, and what we're going to do is take the cup, bottle of water, whatever, and put it just outside your lead ankle. What you're going to do is on the downswing, you're going to shift your weight to your lead side, but you're immediately going to post up on the left side and not slide into the cup. If you slide too much, you will knock the cup over, and that's how you know you're not getting that balancing act of getting the arm plane flat and rotating, but instead you're sliding, which is getting you too shallow, right? But what if you're not that golfer? What if you're the other golfer, the golfer that has the upright swing, right? So let's just say I went up to the top of my swing and my arms were very vertical. Well, now if I rotate like the other golfer did with the flat arm swing, oh my goodness, this golf club is so steep, I'll never be able to play the game, right? So one way to sort of balance this out, again, if you're a golfer with a more vertical arm swing or upright, is to add some of that lateral slide with the pelvis and avoid some of the rotational aspects, okay? So if I go up to the top with a very upright swing, think Justin Thomas or Dustin Johnson, and I start to add some pelvis slide, you can see that my right shoulder wants to drop down, my lead shoulder goes up, and it has a shallowing effect to the golf club, okay? So as I slide this pelvis, that club head location drops more behind me. Again, it's one matchup that works to get that swing direction to be pretty straight, right? So if you're someone who has a very upright swing and you fight a leftward path, a really good drill for you is to take the same cup, put it on the inside of your trail foot, and what we're going to do now is go up with that upright swing that we have, and in transition, we're going to try and knock the cup over. That is going to ensure we're getting some lateral pelvis slide and allow the club to shallow and get a little bit more on plane on the way down. So, is there a perfect spot for your arms? The answer is no. It's all about balancing the steeps and the shallows.